Hello and welcome to part 5, the final section of our series, looking at fiduciaries' advice regarding money laundering and terrorist financing typologies and how you can use them with really great effect in your business. So the last thing we're going to be talking about is how they can impact your staff's engagement with this work. Look at me, look in my eyes. Can we agree that when we gibber policy waffle typology jargon at our staff, they are going to be bored, disconnected, and think that AML is completely irrelevant to them and their work? Yes, we can agree. We've all been in those training sessions. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. I've been known to hold one of those tedious training sessions myself. Let's not do that anymore, because we have found in our experience that staff are so on top of what the actual money laundering and terrorist financing risks are in your business, and that they have a huge commitment to the integrity and well-being of what you're trying to do. They are not excited about abstract typologies. They are deeply connected to who your customers are and how they're transacting. For example, we were with an accountancy firm in about October 2018, preparing for the regime, and it had been months of working with the general manager and the directors who swore black and blue that there was no money laundering happening in their business, no risk at all. This was a personal attack on their credibility, and they just wanted the generic documents to be written up so they could go on with their business. And so in a final ditch attempt to get some traction, I called together all the 40 accountants who worked in the office, all of the EAs, the receptionists, the trust management team. And I asked them just 2 really simple questions. What has made you think, that's weird? And if you, accountant or trust manager or receptionist, were going to use this accounting firm to launder money, how would you do it? Well, the directors were amazed to hear that they were exposed to cryptocurrency transactions through a startup that they had just onboarded. And they were amazed to hear that they had extensive exposure to international jurisdictions beyond what they thought through transactions coming into their trust account from third parties. And what's more, a few days after this seminar, discussions about typologies allowed an internal whistleblower to let the directors know that one of their own accountants was fudging expense invoices and undertaking fraud right within the business. These guys knew what the real risks were. They were delighted to have a chance to talk about it, and they felt very, very compelled to own managing these risks. They didn't want to see anything bad happen to the business, and they didn't want to see their profession used for anything that didn't fit the values that they believed in. Don't worry about consultants like us. Hold a workshop. Ask your staff these 2 questions. What is going on? You tell me. Let them lead you. And we found that by doing this, not only do you get much better information than you're able to access sitting in your board or senior management or compliance chair, but you actually are led by their own management and mitigation of those risks. You don't need to try and push it uphill and force them to do anything they don't want to do. Big opportunity to have your staff champion what is truly at risk in the typologies in your business, record it in your documents, and let them lead. They know how to do it. There's a huge, huge amount to be gained from really putting context into your typologies and talking to people in the documents, talking to people in your business as though they are human beings with real brains. That is how you're going to keep them engaged and how you're actually going to identify the real high risks that are taking place in your business.